Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Dip in Time. My name is Rhonda, and
Hi, it's Sparkle Sanctuary.
we are doing the Brewing Inner Peace. This is our January journey of how has the month gone. So let me remove this. I'm going to flip my camera down so you can see me as I work. Voila! So how are you, Rebecca?
I'm doing pretty good. As you can see, I'm on my February portion of the project because I got my January one done.
Nice. So as you can see, mine looks totally different.
Yours does. You are not working on the same project.
So I did. Hello, Momo. How are you? So I got mine done. So I am working on a whip.
Hi, Momo. You're working on.
I'm working on a whip, a work in progress. Because I need containers to kit up my next project. And let me zoom you up. I only have this section left to do.
Oh.
That is it. So I figured I would be an example of any canvas works because we are brewing inner peace.
Good idea.
And I'm going to work on this one. So when I get this one finished, I can pull out my magic potions and start working on my next section for February. Because I didn't want to like rush it or anything like that. So Grams is in the house. You're grabbing dinner. We'll be sitting in a few. Nice. As you come in, please do hit the like button on both channels, Sparkle Sanctuary and Dip in Time. In the chat, drop down, how did your January go? Elizabeth Peace Builds Drills, hello. So I'm going to put that comment up there. How did January quest go? Now I'm going to plop it down here because I'm really interested in how you guys found January. Are you still having some anxiety, some, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Because we are coming out of the holiday season too. And with everything that's going on in the world, there is a lot of stress and thinking required. That was my trash tray that I claimed because it has a, has a magnet on the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like me pulling up this plastic is being very loud. I apologize. I'm trying to finish getting that squared away so I can get started. Oh my goodness. The perforated lines sometimes, like, it was tearing apart while I was pulling this up because I'm doing such a large section. So I apologize for that.
Yeah.
But before I get actually started on this, do you want to see January's finished section?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I did some bling. Let me turn out the light that goes on my underneath it. So I did bling this up. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get this section in there properly, but there we go.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So I added 2 I added a metallic and I added a crystal. Let's see if I can find them really fast. Sorry, I am very disorganized.
There's no need to apologize. I'm
Okay,
going to look at
so
the chat. Yep.
here's the metallic that I ended up using. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like just a blue. It's called denim blue or something like that. And then I
Denim
just used
blue.
this
Yep.
light pink kind of crystal. And the
Nice.
crystal is like I just swapped them out. I actually made a video about all of the replacements for this. So
Oh, perfect.
yep, and it's posted on my channel. So if anybody's curious and wants to see, that's what this square looks like so far, or has ended up looking like, I guess.
So pop on over if you want to take a look at that. And that works perfectly for Blinging in the New Year, an event that is wrapping up this month.
Right.
Nice. So this is the next square you're working on.
Yes, this is February.
Nice. It has a little heart to it.
Yep. And there's a rose. I'm blinging in the rose a little bit, and then some of this little bit of the heart up here.
Awesome.
So yeah.
I did no blinging on this one. So as I mentioned, because this is Brewing Inner Peace, any canvas, any craft works. So this is my Sparkling Reindeer by Irma Van Humen. It is this little guy here that I was working on for Sparkle All the Way. It is from Enabler's Outpost. And all I have left is just the ears and the head, like the forehead and actual top of the head of this canvas. And I just want to get him done because he's so, or she. My Sparkling Reindeer is very cute. Now, the other thing I have, Rebecca, is I have a silicone baking sheet.
Oh, yes. I remember you talking to me about that.
So I literally, if I wanted to, I could pull this up and put this down. And I just got one side, so I can actually cut it. And I can put this down, and it comes off the glue, no issues. So I think that's what I will do. Let me do that. Just cover the section. I just want to work on this little ear. Let's see if I can slide it over just a tad more. My desk isn't big enough. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. There is my ear.
Elizabeth says she's freaking out trying to figure out how to e-file a W-2 for the nanny she had last summer. So we'll be mostly lurking and listening. Yeah, filing taxes is awful. I haven't done mine yet. So I feel yeah.
I'm not there yet either. I got my notice that one of my tax forms is ready while I was out shopping groceries. And I'm like, no, I don't want to think about taxes.
Right? I do not want to think about taxes.
Bling It Up is here. Hello, Rochelle. See?
Yes. Hello, everybody who's come into the chat.
Okay, so let me get comfy. How did your January quest go? So Momo says her Jan went as planned for events. Yay. And how did you feel about that? And I'm hoping you're feeling better because you weren't feeling very well last night. And Momo says, my anxiety and stress from holidays are much better. Yes. Yeah. So I'm surprised, and I did mention a little bit of this last night, but I'm liking having a certain amount sectioned and just focusing on that and switching things up.
Yes. I actually, so I kind of have the same mindset on that. Like, I feel like it's helped my brain a lot to say, hey, I only have to focus on this part for a
Mhm.
whole month. I have all this time.
Yeah.
I was able to really stop diamond painting because I've actually been working on miniatures instead, and I've completed 3
Ooh.
miniatures in the last 3 weeks. I was really going hard on miniatures. Anyway, I just didn't feel like guilt or stress about trying to get back to my diamond painting and feeling like I needed to complete a canvas. It's kind of nice.
Yes. I'm actually really quite surprised because I've been really trying to work on finding that middle path and not doing all or nothing.
Yep.
And I knew this month was going to be a bit of a busy month. And I wasn't sure how it was going to go or how I was going to feel about going, okay, at this point, stop. Because sometimes when you get in a groove, you're just like, I just want a groove. And I didn't find that this time. Graham says January was horrible. Anxiety on the way up, probably because of all the holidays and birthdays are over. But I did happily get halfway done with my Lorenz. Congratulations. Oh, and no DP for the last week. Ooh. Now, were you planning on taking a break? I wonder. And Rochelle says, I'm almost done my oldest whip. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh,
Isn't that such a good feeling?
I know it is for me. I really wasn't sure if I was going to go back to this canvas, not because I didn't like it. It's because I had an allergic reaction to something, and I thought it might be this canvas.
Oh.
But I had an allergic reaction all over my face. And I had people going, oh, are you wearing makeup? I'm like, no, I am not wearing makeup. That is just my allergy. And I'm like, I'm not allergic to anything. So I am happy to say that I have not had a reaction to this kit, and I am thoroughly enjoying having to be able to complete it.
I bet there was some anxiety going along with getting back into it, thinking that that was what was going on.
You're absolutely correct. I was very hesitant. I almost gave it to a friend to finish for me. And I'm like, no, but I really want to finish it. But what if? What if? I don't know. So I did do a little section. And then I went and washed my hands. And then I put it away. And I waited to see what happened. And nothing happened. So I pulled it back out. And then I took like a wipey, baby wipe, and wiped it all down just in case. Because I have a meeting with a consultant to see what this reaction is from. So I think that also helped me while it caused anxiety and uncertainty. I think it also, in a way, made me return to it slowly, which is one of the things that we had set. Take something out, work on it for 10 minutes, and then leave it. And that's kind of what I did without actually realizing I did it. And then I just slowly got back into it. Grams. No, it's been a hectic week and I didn't have the energy. Books are getting read though. Okay, so I don't know about you, Rebecca, but I am going to say congratulations because you did self-care, self-awareness, and yet self-compassion.
I second that.
Because you're saying, I had a hectic week. I didn't have the energy, which are facts. And you decided to do something else that you enjoy and you had the energy for. You're right, Blaine. So Rochelle's, the kit she's doing was actually one that she started back in 2021. And then it got boxed with her Christmas stuff.
Oh, wow.
It got put behind. So she didn't realize where it went until, I think, Rochelle, correct me if I'm wrong, you were pulling stuff out and you discovered it behind the Christmas stuff. And you're like, oh, that's where it was. Yep, been there, done that. Anybody else?
I can say I've never lost a kit. But I know it happens to quite a few. I've heard that happen to a lot of people, but I don't put my kits away because I work on them one at a time. Typically this one is an exception, but I don't box them up and put them away anywhere. I bag them up. I don't roll them up. They stay in this area where I diamond paint, and it's always out, always available.
So normally I don't lose kits. I lost a kit, but then I found the canvas and then I couldn't find the drills. And I still am in that situation with a kit and no drills.
Oh.
But it's not one of my expensive licensed kits, so I'm not overly concerned about it. I know there eventually will show up. I just don't know where.
It'll be the last place you look.
Yep, and I probably will find it maybe when we decide to move, which is, I don't know when. You are very welcome, Grams. Graham says you have no idea how foreign that concept is to me. Yeah. No, how does that make you feel when you think that? Momo says, yes, I searched high and low for months on a custom and gave up thinking I threw it away. A year later, I found it. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I got to know where you found it.
Oh, and I can only imagine the emotions that you were feeling and the thoughts that were going through your head. Yeah. Graham says it's a weird feeling. Yes. Weird in the sense of what? Because weird isn't really a feeling. Was it uncomfortable? I don't have my circle of wheel words. Different. Yeah, thinking. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. Rochelle says, yes, my husband found it. It was a kit I put away to work on a Chuck Penson. So she had this kit and she put it away. And then she couldn't remember where it was. And her husband was the one that found it.
Ah.
Oh, Mutt. Mutt is our 310 lover. Not. But she's okay with it. She's building a new relationship with 310s. Says, I never lost a kit, but I did lose my favorite tweezers I used for my putty for over a year. Just found them. And the whole time they're in the box on top of where I store my ink pens.
Okay, I have lost a good pair of tweezers. I've also lost I lost a oh my gosh, my brain is completely blanking. A magnet. I lost a magnet that I really, really liked. I let somebody borrow it while they were over visiting. They had never diamond painted, and so I let them have one of my kits and let them borrow it, and it's gone.
Well, maybe it's in a spot that isn't a spot you normally put it. Maybe they loved it just like as much as you did. And luckily, you are not going to be stepping on it because that probably will hurt.
Yeah.
Margarita, hello, hello. How are you? So I'm finishing up a kit from Sparkle All the Way before I get into my February section on my magic potions. I need the containers for another event that's coming up. Place this down. Momo says, we had been organizing a room I put in a box with my completed kit, so didn't think to look there till I start organizing them to hang them up on the wall. Yep. I understand that part too. I actually have a spot specifically for all my finished kits. And when I was trying to find one, it wasn't there. And I'm like, what did I do with it? So I can relate to that. Yeah, see, Momo, when she couldn't find the custom, she was it was very stressful, sad, panic, and everything. So much relief when I found it. Now, if that was me, there would have been some tears being shed in all those processes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why am I doing this? And I'm like the whole total mix of emotions. You would have had an Inside Out movie with me in that moment. And then there would have been, I don't know if it would have been Inside Out 1 or 2, because there would have been other emotions there too. So maybe it's like Inside Out version 20. The self-doubt, the inner critique, the judgment, and shame and guilt. And you'll be like, I can't say to anybody, I cannot find it. Because what are they going to think? Like, that would have been like my whole brain. Yeah. Rochelle says, I can say after DP for 6 years, any and all paintings with blue as the primary color is my jam. I work 12 hours a day and 45 minutes of dipping is just a calming vibe for me. Once I start dipping, I can't stop. I know you just get into the groove and you're like, yeah. So that's why I was surprised that I was okay with going, okay, I'm going to stop here. And I wasn't like, no, I want to continue. I didn't go through withdrawal, if that makes sense. Much is laughing on the 310. Right, yes, your tweezers were in arm's reach at all times and you didn't realize it, right? Right, Mutz? Okay, so Rochelle, how do you love 310s? I'm just going to ask. Peggy O'Neill, hello, hello. How are you? How did your January quest go?
Hi, everybody that recently joined, or anybody that's in there that I haven't said hello to already.
Or for those that are just listening.
Yeah, anybody.
Or on the replay.
Definitely appreciate you joining.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, thank you for being here. So this is on both channels. We figured it out.
Woohoo. Is it? I'm not sure if it actually popped up on mine or not.
Oh, well, I hope so.
I'm not sure if I actually have the ability to go live yet.
We'll figure this out.
Yep.
We'll figure this out. Gran says, trying not to steal words. It is uncomfortable and perhaps somewhat terrifying because I was raised that to think of oneself or do things for oneself is selfish. Marriage seem to have, yep.
Okay.
You're definitely not alone.
Okay, so here's a challenge. What if we reframe the word selfish to not mean such a negative connotation? Because what if being selfish from time to time is actually okay? What if selfish doesn't mean you are abandoning other people, but that you're actually making sure that you're still capable of taking care of them?
That's a good idea. Now, I know for myself, I have a hard time giving words new definitions. Just because, yeah, like Momo says, you get into relationships and they just kind of self-fulfill that falsehood. So, for example, I do not like the word help. Because to me, it is giving my power away. I can do assist. So one of the things I think of when I do my self-care, and instead of thinking of it as being selfish, I am self-full. I'm filling myself. Or is there a different term? Because yes, a lot of us have been brought up to think doing something for oneself is being uncaring, only thinking of one of you. It usually has a negative connotation to it.
Yep. That's how I was raised. So I get it.
Yep. And I know they use this analogy of you're on an airplane and you need to put your mask on first before you can help others. And I don't know what it is about that. I totally get it logically. However, it just kind of cringes for me. I get a physical reaction to it. And then another person was talking about spoons. And I'm sure, Rebecca, you're familiar with spoons?
Absolutely.
What is spoons?
This
is not a test.
Spoons is a theory. It's just an explanation that some people have given, especially to help people with like unseen illness, like things that you don't notice, like multiple sclerosis, things that, aren't necessarily easily visible disabilities or struggles. And anyway, basically, it's a theory that says you start every day with a specific number of spoons, and every task exerts a certain number of spoons for you. So for some people, a shower say you have 20 spoons in a day. Some people, a shower would only be 1 spoon, but for other people with anxiety or MS or some kind of physical disability, it might be 5.
Yep.
And so it's just the concept of only having so much bandwidth to work throughout the day with your energy, and recognizing that some things take more energy and some things take less, and divvying out your energy where you can evenly, so that you can do all the things you need and want to do.
Is there a way to receive spoons back to add to your collection?
No. Unfortunately, there is not. No, because it's not it's based on physical energy. You can, it's because that leans more into filling a cup. The cup is the relationship portion. The spoons is only based on your physical energy. I guess you could regenerate spoons if you maybe took a nap. But that's I don't think that you can, without actually having specific rest, you can replenish spoons. I think you have a specific amount for the day, even with resting.
Oh, interesting. So I've been, it was shared to me slightly different.
I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong.
But this is why we have these conversations, because we're having a peer-to-peer conversation. And I know sometimes I will push myself to do something even when I don't have any spoons. I have no energy. And it's just like, just get it done. Just push through it. Again, something that I learned. What I do now, though, is if I use my energy, whether that is physical or my mental energy, I will go down, lay down, and just kind of relax and be quiet until I feel more energetic that I can function. And in that sense, I think what you're saying, Rebecca, is it's physical energy. So that does work. And one of the ways I was taught was, when I do something for me, it is a gift I'm giving myself. And that can be hard. And sometimes you have a hard time thinking like that. And they're like, okay, well, imagine it being a spoon. You're giving yourself a spoon that you can use at a later time to replenish your depletion. Now, I don't know what the science behind that is. So what I would do is I don't think of self-care as being selfish. I'm doing it for me and my littles. And by using my littles, it helps me be okay with doing that. Does that make sense? Or am I just rambling?
No, it makes sense.
So I don't really use the spoons concept, but I do try and do self-compassion of how would I react or say to someone I care about when they do something for themselves. Would I critique them, or would I congratulate them? Would I be happy for them, or would I be disappointed? And as a parent, when your parent is disappointed oh my gosh, I don't know about you guys, but that's worse than them being mad at me. That could possibly work, Graham says. Momo says, you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of others. It's very hard to do at times. Absolutely. Right, Momo. I believe it is something that is different for each individual.
Yes. Yeah, and that's I think my understanding of it is more geared for like disability. I think everybody can qualify under the spoon theory, but I think that it's a little bit harder when you're disabled because even with rest, like I use the example of MS because I used to have a friend who had MS. And we definitely talked about spoon theory because she would kind of identify how many, like, when she would wake up, she'd be like, I don't have very many spoons today. And so those are the days I tended to go over and help maybe walk her dogs or, do her dishes or whatever. Because even with rest, she wasn't able to gain those spoons. But I know for me, if I were to use spoon theory, I think if I took a nap during the day, like I mentioned earlier, I could potentially, develop more spoons for myself. But for her, like, even if she tried, if she pushed herself, even if she took a nap, she wouldn't just be using her spoons for that day. She'd be borrowing from the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where spoon theory gets so interesting because you can continue to use spoons you don't have. It just removes them from your future. And that is, that will bite you later.
Oh, yeah. That can cause burnout. Absolutely. And yeah, when I think about it, it's like I'm much better now in terms of mental capacity, where I can, for the longest time, when I started my journey, it was I can't even think. When I start to try and think, like I'm going to think, I get overwhelmed and I just shut down. I'm at the point now where I'm good for 3, maybe I'm going to say 4 hours. And then I'm like, I'm done. I can't think. I can't move. I'm completely exhausted. And being aware of that helps me know where my limit is. And that is, for me, that is part of my self-care. Because there's things that I want to go do, but if I don't have the energy for it, then I'm not helping anybody.
Yeah. Agreed.
Momo, it helps when your family knows how many spoons to use each day. I deal with fibromyalgia and mixed connective tissue disorder plus depression, and that's how I measure as well. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Which I think this leads into a really good segue, Rebecca, about February.
Okay.
Because as we are continuing our quest through 2026, February can be a challenging month in and of itself. There is lots of talk about love is in the air and you need a partner, and everyone's going to be celebrating and all the marketing out there. Believe it or not, Valentine's Day is the biggest chocolate sales, bigger than even Easter or Christmas. They sell the most chocolate at Valentine's. And talking with Rebecca, we thought perhaps for February, as we work on our creative projects, we bring in self-compassion, self-love, and what that might look and feel like. I am just going to pop over to something quick. So when we talk about cultivating that courage to create and embrace self-love, how might that look? Does it have to be something really big? What are your thoughts, Rebecca?
I actually think it's probably not good if it is something big, because like everybody's been saying, it's, we are all, like, taking care of yourself and doing things for yourself, especially, and I hate to say this, typically generationally on women, it's been frowned upon. And so when you do big things for yourself, it's even harder to do. The baby steps, the small things are the things that are easier for us to say, okay, I can do that and not feel as guilty about it.
I would agree with you. So what might a small thing look like? Because I know people that we have a hard time doing the self anything. So a small step.
Let's see what they think.
What do you guys think? What would you consider a small self-love act or kindness as you are working on your projects? What might that look like for you? Drop it down in chat. I want to hear. We want to hear. So we had a really good example earlier. What might that look like? What would you want it to feel like? I'm going to get this ear done.
Yay.
I am getting so much better with actually working and talking at the same time. It's like walking and chewing bubblegum. Yeah, Momo. Setting small goals that I know I can achieve so I'm not disappointed.
That is a good one.
Yeah, you are making achievable goals. And you notice how there is no word in there that says it's an easy goal.
I think that's also one that I use, Momo, because I'm very much I'm an all or nothing kind of person a lot of the time. And so like I will try and do things, and if I don't achieve them the very first time, then I tend to not go back, or I get so discouraged that I become unhappy with whatever it is I'm doing moving forward. I have experienced that in several things that I've tried to accomplish in my life. And, like I want to win. I want to get it done. I want to do the thing. And if I don't get that it ends up being pretty bad for me. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then okay, here's an example. I was working on a specific goal for 2022 for diamond painting, for how many kits I wanted to complete. And I was working on my last kit, and it was one of my, what Katie calls unicorns. It was one of my ones that no, not unicorns, a rainy day. It was a rainy day one. It was one that I had wanted to work on so badly, and I was so excited to work on it. And I wanted that to be my last finish of the year. And my dad got sick. And I had to abandon working on my stuff so that I could be there for what was going on with him. And then when he passed, I just couldn't get myself to go back to any of it. It took me a while just to find that. And I still think my passion for diamond painting has still not recovered. Because, that was a big goal. I did finish that diamond painting eventually, and I love it dearly. But now when I look at it, there's some bittersweet memories attached to it that are not, it changes everything depending on what's going on. So I wish that I had, set maybe a smaller goal, or had not, pinned it all on myself. And I also wish that my brain would be okay saying, I can't achieve this goal because I'm not in control.
Yep.
And that is really, not being in control is a hard concept for just humankind. I know I'm not alone in that. But yeah, I think I'm like, well, why am I pushing myself so hard to get all these diamond paintings done? Why am I, trying so hard to do any of this? Because I can't do it anyway. And that's kind of been, I think, a stumbling block. So
I'm noticing some of the word choices you're using with it too. Some of them are absolute final. I can't do this.
Yep.
I must get back. Right. Or I should. And it makes complete sense that when you're working on a painting or a craft that you absolutely love, and something occurs while you're in the process of doing it, there becomes an attachment of that emotion and memory to the item that you're working on.
Yep, 100%.
I can tell you exactly where I was, what I was doing when I look at a certain piece. Now, if you ask me what I had for breakfast this morning, that'd be something completely different. I don't know.
Did I eat breakfast?
Yeah, exactly. Peggy's back. Hello, Peggy. Yeah, Momo, she says it has taken a very long time to get to where I am at over 30 years. Yeah. Still struggling, but I'm more compassionate to myself. So self-love can also be self-kindness.
Yes.
Self-compassion. Understanding. I so want to get this done, but I'm so tired. I know I have that thing tomorrow morning, and it's okay. I can feel the struggle. I'm not going to judge it. Or you get the other one is when I think of the self-kindness, I love giving like flowers or a little something unexpected to somebody, especially when they're not expecting it. And then I always, well, not always, let me rephrase that. Then I used to have this thought of, I wish somebody would do it for me. So that self-kindness could be, you know what? I'm going to get myself a little flower today. Or I'm going to do something nice for myself. So it also can be part of, so having that self-love and self-compassion also helps with emotional regulation and managing that overwhelm that we sometimes feel with our passion projects. It's not going fast enough. And I kind of was thinking of that when I was working on this one, I'll be honest. Because I'm like, okay, I only have this little spot left. I'll get this done tonight, and then I'll move on. That was the weekend. I'm still working on it. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay that I'm still working on it. I'm not in a competition. I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm doing this for me. Right?
Isn't that interesting how we end up almost like we live in such a competitive world that we've kind of set ourselves into this competitive mindset where we can't just sit back and enjoy it and say, you know, I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people do with diamond painting. I'm just saying in general, there are times when we will, force ourselves to push through something that we don't really want to push through just so that we can try and check that box that says I did it.
Yep.
What trophy am I going to get? What, really, what do I get out of this?
Yeah. It comes to that comparison. If you had siblings, there was always a comparison of whatever I did compared to the other ones. I was either better at something or I was worse than somebody. And of course, there's always going to be somebody ahead of us. There's always going to be somebody behind us. And that goes with our projects. Why do we have these projects that we so love and then get so competitive, even if it's just ourselves? Like, I'm not competing against anybody else, but I'm like, okay, I really did not estimate the amount of time it would take to work on this.
Or I finished 20 kits last year. Why did I only finish 17 this year?
Yes. Yes. I am looking for one that I don't see. Okay, I will fill you in later. Yeah. So, and I kind of love this. So when we talk about self-compassion, I was going to say the part I love about this is I really wanted to do refresh your stash. And I'm like, great, Lizette has this great idea. I'm going to match it because now I'm like, well, now she's doing this. That's the benchmark. And then I went downstairs and I looked at my kids. And luckily, reality hit me when I was like, I don't have the time to do that many kits. I don't count my kits for completions or anything. And that's going to be a lot of stress. And that's going against what my overall goal of finding my middle path, what works for me. And going, okay, you know what? I'm going to modify this for something that I can enjoy and succeed on. That in itself is self-love, self-kindness, self-compassion. Oh no. Okay, so before I read Rochelle's, Momo says, today I was totally, I was never good enough. I was told I had to do better. Like I made an A, it should have been an A+. Yep. And then we have Rochelle. I'm back. Man, it's cold outside. Yes, there is so much down east, at least in Canada. They have gotten so much snow. Like 2, almost 3 feet of snow. And all of our snow is turning into that mush. And I'm like, ew, it's gross. How cold is it there, Rochelle? Inquiring minds want to know. Momo says, my middle path this year for events is I will do what I can. And if I can't compete for the grand prize, it's okay. That is great. And it's within your limits. It's within your control. It's aligned with who you are and what you believe. Yeah, bring it up. I craft for the love of it. No competition. So for Rochelle, the competition is on the court, I would say for you. So Rochelle is really into, her family's really into basketball.
Oh, nice.
It's 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. Just a little cold. Just a little. So yeah, I totally understand that. My children and my husband. Yep. She's a proud basketball mama and wife. So we are almost to the hour. I can't believe it's gone by so fast.
Oh, that has gone fast.
Holy smoke-a-roonies. So I'm going to pause this right here because I want to type something in the chat. I'm going to remove the other one, hide current comment. And as we step into February, we are going to, so February's journey on our quest will have a focus on cultivating courage to create and embrace self-love, kindness, compassion, as we work on our beautiful purpose. And I'm going to show that. Mutt says it's 15 Fahrenheit, but it feels like mine is 8 in Maryland. Oh, Peggy says I'm in New Jersey and it is currently 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 2. Ooh, I'm near the shore. Oh, so you actually have that water cold. So when that cold goes in, it settles into your bones, which is totally different than the dry cold. Margarita is St. Louis, 18. I don't even know what it is here. Let me see. Let me see. Here in Calgary, Canada, it is currently 6 degrees Celsius. Feels like 2 degrees Celsius. So it's 6.
Well, it looks like the temperatures are going to drop where I'm at. Ooh.
Oh no.
Yep.
So
Right.
6 degrees Celsius is 42.8 Fahrenheit. I'm warmer than you guys.
Yep, because right now here where I live in Kansas, it's 22 degrees with a wind chill of 17, which is not terrible compared to where it was earlier this week.
Yep.
Because we actually closed for our schools were closed through a lot of our state on Monday because of snow and
Yep.
the cold.
Texas got snow too.
Yep, they did.
I was like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's crazy. But yeah, it looks like tomorrow, the low tomorrow is -3. And that's not with the wind chill, that's the actual temperature.
Okay. So maybe I shouldn't say this. Let's see. No, that can't be right.
Oh, bringing up we're glad that you were here.
Thanks, Rochelle. as puberty hits me. We're so glad you came in. Yes. So next week, next Wednesday, we're going to be plus 13 degrees Celsius. -9 will be the low on Saturday. Or sorry, -1. Being dyslexic again. Oh my gosh. So yeah, and then if I change this and look at, let's say, add, search. Let's go Toronto. Toronto, Ontario. Okay, come on. So here's the difference, okay, guys? Let's see if I can do this. My current location right now is 6 degrees Celsius. I'm on the West Coast. Toronto on the East Coast is -16. That's a huge difference. And yeah, they got lots of snow. So we have family out in Toronto and Ontario. So we're like, please stay warm. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share, Rebecca?
I do want to say, like, when it comes to these projects and what we're talking about, like trying to, bite off big projects in ways that are beneficial to you. What I noticed as I was working on blinging this up and working on that first section, blinging it up actually made me more excited to work on it. Like, I don't know if anybody noticed, but the very first drills that I put down were actually the blinged up ones that I added to it. And then from there, I went to all of the specials that come in the kit so I could see how many there are in this image before I actually put everything down. And so I think that that's the other thing, like really taking care of yourself in a way that is beneficial to you. So for this, it was like I needed breaking this down into the sections has definitely helped. And knowing that this is the only piece that I need to finish for the entire month is really great. But I also like took the time to make it something that gave me joy on top of that. So
Yeah.
if you can find some way to get your joy from it, because I mean, obviously this diamond painting is giving me joy in and of itself because it's diamond painting, but to like really bring that in, I did something to the kit that just made me feel a little bit better. Like this is mine now, nobody else is doing the exact same thing I am, and or they may, I don't know. I did post a video on what diamonds I'm using, so they, somebody could come close or do it, but that doesn't matter. Like I took the time and energy, and I'm making this mine,
Mhm.
and I took that time because I wanted to. That makes sense.
It makes absolute sense. I love the way you decided to begin the work on it. Good night, Mutz. Good night, Rochelle. Thanks for coming in.
Yep. Good night. Thanks for coming in.
But you worked it the way it worked for you and what brought joy for you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a professional blinger yet. So to sit there and to do that, it just freaks me out because my specials are not organized. And that might change once I get in there, but you're working within what makes you sparkle. And I love that. So if blinging it up first, because I know Rochelle, she was doing that. And I'm like, what? Okay, I need to see your process because it's something unusual for me. So I'm looking to see how other people do theirs. And some people may be similar, and some processes may be similar. But people work differently, and that's okay. Like with my magic potions, I did all the black. Like, I'm getting the black done. And now where I'm working on, I'm like, I'm actually enjoying this. So that's a great piece of advice.
So, and it could be like for me, it's adding the bling, but for somebody else, it could be, working with a specific pin or using special papers or, I don't know. I can't even think, like maybe it's a very, really pretty scented putty that you enjoy working with, whatever it is that like makes diamond painting more enjoyable for you, the most relaxed and enjoyable that you can feel.
Yep.
on the pieces that give a little bit more anxiety, when you feel like you're nervous about working on a kit or you're not sure how you're going to get through it because it's daunting. Taking time to find ways to make it enjoyable. That's the whole point. And I definitely, once I started adding bling to this, I was like, ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. Ooh, I want to know how this is going to go. Ooh. And so I actually found myself struggling to not move on to this section before tonight.
Yes. I could see that, right? See, Rochelle agrees with you. Bling brings me joy, and the passion for the project is exciting.
Agreed. I think that's why I went ahead and started with the bling, because I've been, kind of chomping at the bit. I want to see what this is going to look like. I'm excited to see what these specials look like and how they're going. Also, I've learned through blinging up stuff myself, that if I can put the drills down that I opted in,
Yep.
it's easier to remove them if they're the only ones on the canvas.
Oh.
So I put them in, and then if I don't like where they are, I can immediately take them off and put them where I want them or not have them at all. And then I don't have to worry about disturbing the other drills on the canvas.
Oh. See, and I was thinking differently. I was like, well, no, I need to have, because I'm a visual person, I need to see it.
But you can kind of see it, even because, you know, like if you were working with Diamond Art Club's old canvases where they had the where they were so distorted because the coloring was off with the symbols, that would have been more true. So if you're working on an older canvas, yes, I agree. You should probably, you know, work on all of it as you go. But on the ones like this, I think you get a general-ish enough feel for the image that you can start with those, and then as you start to fill other stuff in, you still have the capacity to pick those off if you're like, this is really not working.
Yeah.
So like this one, I added these red crystals in on the roses, on the rose here and on these petals that are down here. I didn't think I was going to have enough for these petals, and I did run short of what I like filling in that whole symbol, but I still like what I did here. I just filled in the bottom row of these ones and then the top of the rose, because that was the letter the symbol that I was filling in. But I filled that in, and then I turned out the light and I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, that's going to look good, you know? So,
okay.
you know, you can do that. And I'm already like, I filled in this pink crystal through here, and I'm not positive it's going to be dark enough for where I have it. And so I may end up switching that out, and I can tell that already just based on what I'm seeing. And so I'm going to pick additional colors in this area here and see how that fills in without fully filling in that section. So if I have to pick them off and put in something else, I can.
Gotcha. Yeah. Momo says, I just started, so I just go with the flow on the bling. Oh, yeah. And she says, yeah. Oh, I'm the opposite. I have to see it first. Oh, Rochelle, just remember, if it doesn't bring you joy, you have the power to change it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Speak in our language. Yes. So now that you've started that one, I'm just curious, based on how fast you did the other one, you're going to have that one done soon.
Now that I've got the bling down, I will have more self-control. I'll be able to come back to it and go, and you know, like I can put this aside for a little bit and work on it some more. I don't have to finish this right away.
I think that's another good point, though, Rebecca, that because you were in the flow and the bling gives you enjoyment, stopping halfway through, like making yourself stop when you're in the flow, kind of makes you sad.
Yeah.
You just want to resist it and like, come on, I just want to finish this one. Because I know, like, when I'm working on my, like, it could be on anything. And my husband's like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, no, I just need to finish this one. Let me just finish this color, please. I'm in the flow. So that would make sense. Yeah, now that you've got the bling set out. That makes total sense to me.
So yeah, I'm good to, you know, that was my big, I wanted to see what the bling was going to look like. And now that I know and I can see it and I like it, I'm like, okay, I can breathe.
Yeah.
And I can, you know, come back. I can put this aside and come back to it, you know, in a few days So,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, and you also know you have the whole month, right? So you can space it out going, okay, so this day I can work on this section. And it kind of entices you to come back to it.
Yeah.
That's what I found with mine. I was like, ooh, I'm having fun. Okay, you know what? I have the whole month just work on this one little section and I'm good. Because it's not a race.
No, and it was kind of interesting because as I was like when I finished that section, the first section, I actually got a feeling like I completed a diamond painting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew that that was all I was supposed to do for that month. And I also, I mean, obviously these are individually kind of styled images. And so that like contributed to that. But boy, when I got done with it, I felt so accomplished. And then that made me like, oh, let's move on to the next section. Oh, wait, I can't. I have to wait.
Kind of brings us back to like the childhood. Oh, no, you can't eat it all. You got to save some, otherwise it's going to be gone.
Right. Well, and I did, I also was like, you know what, if I wanted to, because this is not a restriction. We're not saying we can't move on. We aren't saying we can't, go forward with our diamond paintings. If we feel like we're in the mood to continue on, part of this whole project for the year, this quest is to do it how you want to do it, that makes you feel happy with what you're doing. So I'm going to do this in a way that brings me joy. So I kind of stepped back. I actually gave myself permission. At the time, I stopped, and instead of going, you can't move forward, I actually said, you know what? If you really want to, you can move forward. But think about the fact that you're wanting to do this over the course of the year. Are you going to find yourself burning yourself out sooner by trying to push yourself to get it done because you're so excited about it? And so I actually went through a whole thought process and recognized that and chose to do it this way, which also brought me additional joy towards coming on and working on it tonight.
Did it also give you any sense of non-urgency or competitiveness?
Actually, that took away all of the competitiveness of it, which really made this even more enjoyable. Like I think that this process, I'm so glad that we're doing what we're doing, because this is bringing back some of the joy in diamond painting that I've been missing for a little bit. I gave myself permission to choose when I was or was not going to diamond paint because I'm not trying to get this. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This is not something that I want to finish before the end of the year. So I need, give myself permission to not rush through it and try to get it done. And that's been completely different for me, because I'm usually like, I want to get this done. I want to post about it on Instagram. I want to, have this in my kits that are finished. I have a ton of kits in my stash, so I don't, I've got to feel guilty about those not being done. All the things that I've been dealing with for the last several years. And I don't know. This kit is kind of allowing me to sit back and say, no, I'm doing this on my terms when it feels right, and giving myself permission to move forward. And because like this is a year-long project, and we talked about doing a section by month. And so normally I'd be like, oh, well, I only set a section per month. I absolutely can't move ahead. Like my brain goes by strict rules that way. And I gave myself permission to break that rule and chose to stick with it anyway. And so then it wasn't like I was imposing some ambiguous rule on myself. It was, I get to choose this because that's what's going to make me happy, not because we set aside these guidelines.
Yeah.
That also that was groundbreaking for me.
I've found that I'm getting back into the rhythm of enjoying placing things and mixing it up and using it as my mindful grounding, which is why I started it. I was like, you know what? I don't have to rush. I don't have to post. I can just do what I want to do. And it decreased the stress about it because I'd be like, oh my God, I have all these things. And I remember the day where I actually had like a book and I would put down, okay, this event, and I need to have this stuff, and I need to. And then I would actually go into my calendar and schedule tasks in my calendar to remind me the day before I had to post and where I had to post and what I needed to post. And I'm like, did I get them all?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, now I need a nap.
Yep. But that right there is why I stopped doing events. And I tried for a long time to like sit on the sidelines and not actually participate in the events and just diamond paint along with it. Cause I don't need the stuff. I
Yes.
tend to use the same tray and the same pen. I tend to use the same putty, and like I don't need the stuff. So I wasn't ever in them to win anything anyway, but I found myself being competitive with other people for no reason.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I've posted quite a bit on my channel about how much I love Margaret Morales, and there is a Margaret Morales event going on. And last year I participated in it, and I loved seeing the art, and I loved seeing, the engagement with Margaret Morales herself. That was so amazing. And, and I don't know. I just couldn't get myself to do it this year because I was like, it's too much to have to, because that particular one, you have to watch all these different videos and you have to participate on the Facebook group. There's a lot to that one. And as much as I loved doing it and I love that artist and I want to participate in it, I don't know. I can't keep up. And so I just completely didn't even at all this year.
Well, you make a good point too, because I want to participate in them just to have fun with them. But then there's this little voice in my head that goes, but what happens when I don't have the time, or I don't have the energy, or something else comes up? How am I going to feel about it? Am I going to be rushing around trying to get caught up? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this. I'll cheer everybody on, but this is bringing me back to why I started this. Yes, right, Momo? I used to say one more color all the time for the next 8 colors. Yes!
Absolutely.
And that makes me think of when I used to play like card games online. And it's like, okay, just one more. Just one more. And then before I know it, like an hour has gone by and I'm like, okay, you know what? You're tired. You need to get to bed.
We do that with doom scrolling, don't we?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I'll just watch one more short. I'll just watch one more TikTok. I'll just watch one more whatever platform you look at.
And then, yeah, so for those, I also get down the squirrel hole. And then I find these interesting things. And then I'm like, I saved it. Okay, what platform was I on when I saved it? Because I've been on how many platforms today? Was that YouTube? Was that a TikTok? Was that an Instagram? Was that a Facebook reel? I don't remember. It's on one of those. Bling It Up says, right, Momo? I remember those days. Now I do marathons on weekends when I don't travel, and I love it. February is cross-stitch month, easier to travel with. Yep. Momo, this year is the first time I'm just going to go with what I can do. When I first started, it was just the excitement of something new. Yep. Yep. Hey, do you want to see how far I got on my cross stitch? Not my cross stitch, my latch hook?
Yes.
I am so proud of myself. Make sure I'm doing the right one. Yes. I have completed. So like you did with your diamond painting, I did it with my latch hook. Okay, think around it. Change video. Okay, yes, I got it. So it's actually on my loom. Portability. Let go. Look how much I got done.
Wow. Dang, you did get quite a bit done.
I actually did more than I needed to do. So how I prep this one is there's 10 stitches, kind of like cross stitch. There's 10 stitches in each square. And then I counted the squares. And then I divided them because this one is for 3 months. This project's 3 months. So I took that number and I divided it by 3 months. This sucker has, okay, so hang on 2 seconds. That is the rug. That is all the colors. So there's 5 colors. There is 1,782 threads.
Wow.
And each month I need to get 594 done.
Wow.
Which means that's 6 of these squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I haven't done this section here, but I've done this section. I'm like, this is fun because I can just sit there and just like, because these are all like color blocking, which I don't like color blocking, but I love color blocking on this.
Well, that's good.
And I'm like, pink, 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 pink. And then the next section will be blue. I'm like, okay. I don't think this is going to be an issue to get done in 3 months. But then I need to frame it. No, then I need to frame it. Let me rephrase it. So I've been working on that, my magic potions, this one, and the 12-day Advent.
Wow, you've been busy.
But it doesn't feel like I've been busy. Now that I've done, like, I'm working on it going, okay, I just need to get that portion done. Done. I need to get this portion done on this one. Done. I need to get this little one done. Done. They're like little projects. And like you said, when you get that one done, it's like, yay, I'm finished. Instead of going, I have to get the whole thing done. Oh my God, how am I going to get through this?
That makes sense.
And yet, when I thought about doing that before, I was like, that's never going to work. Never going to work. I'm not going to find my path in it. I'm just like, ugh. Hey, Marla, how you doing? Yeah, I'm moving along on this, like, unbelievable. So, okay, so here's the funny point. And then I'll answer Margarita's question. My husband came up to me last week, because I haven't touched the rug since last week. And he's like, honey, here's some of your yarn for your rug. I'm like, oh, great. We're going to have frills. We're going to have yarn. We're going to have beads.
You're going to just be spread all over the house.
All over the place. I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just plop that there. So, Margarita, for your question, where did I get that latch hook rug? I actually got it off of Marketplace. It is a Mary Maxim kit, and I actually wanted the loom. I wanted the loom because it was the perfect size for my Josephine wall, which is still on there. So I don't have to roll it up, put it away, unroll it, put it up. So I wanted the loom for my Josephine wall. And when I went there, the lady's like, oh, and here's 5 rug kits. I'm like, what? Oh, I just wanted the loom. She's like, no, here you go. So I have 4 more kits. This was the smallest and the less detailed one. And I thought I would start with that one first. See how it goes. Right? Yes, I'm in the whip detox group too, right? Oh, I love latch hook. Around here, you also get wood chips, right? Depending on what you're working on. It's like, it's funny. I'm like, oh, where's my sketchbook? Because I'm taking a drawing class too right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, so.
No, but you're living it up, right?
I'm living it, but I'm doing it the way I want to do it. Right? So.
Yep.
What? Marla, just learning about the earthquake south of you near Great Falls, Montana. Ooh. Was that just now?
I am not nearly as involved as you are, Rhonda. I am working on this one, obviously. I have another diamond painting that I'm working on. That's the one that I changed it from double-sided adhesive to glue.
Yeah.
And then I said I finished 3 miniatures. One of them is technically a miniature. The other 2 are book nooks. So I finished
nice.
a miniature and 2 book nooks. One of the book nooks is a Make Market one from Michael's. It was a Halloween one. Yeah. I've got to say, I was super impressed with the quality because, book nooks are really expensive. And these ones, their Make Market brand has like some really cheap prices on some of their stuff. And and I know they were Halloween themed kits and I finished them in January. I don't care. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. And my daughters, I got all of us one. And so we all worked on ours. They all turned out amazing. I love all of them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought they were incredible quality, especially for the price, but had a lot of fun of those. And then, I got a miniature at the retreat we went to last summer, and I actually finished that one too.
That is awesome. Marla says it was a 4.2, 12:30 today. Okay, so not just now, but I hope everyone's okay. Talking about different crafts, Rochelle has a new one that she's going to be doing, Bling It Up. And I've been looking for a relatively cheap one, or more economical for me. She has that, what's it called? Brick Bear. They are they're like Lego, but they slide into everybody or into everything. Marla says parents were excited. Everyone, okay, good. She got hers at Walmart, and she got it at a really good price. Really good price. I'm going to just go images. And I'm going to share my screen. No, don't leave, Rhonda. Share screen. It's these ones. These brick bears.
Oh.
Well, I think hers is like 9,000 or 8,000 pieces.
Oh, goodness.
I'm like, so I've been trying to find them. Because when I first saw them, they were like buy one, get one, and they were like $80. And I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Rochelle says, yes, March 2026, Brick Bear start. So I've been searching. Now, I have found a couple on Marketplace. They're like $25, but they're not even way near your 8,000. Like, I thought I was bad. Go big or go home. But they come in like all different colors and names. I'm like, oh, I need to find one because I want to do with Rochelle. I'm like, but if I get a small one, then I can fit that in with my latch hook, because that will be the last month on the latch hook.
And fit that in with all the other millions of projects you've got going.
Yeah, right. Oh, and did I say I'm starting a hobby craft that is 5 months long every Thursday for an hour and a half? But I haven't picked my project yet.
Oh my goodness.
Rochelle, yes, my husband said, okay, what are we starting now?
Hey, as long as you're having fun.
Marguerite, I do diamond painting, latch hook, and make candles, 3D puzzle. Ooh, that's so cool.
I love candle making.
Punch needle and brick bear are my two new crafts. So I do have a punch needle downstairs. I could possibly do that for hobby craft. It's just a small one. I was thinking felting, but I'm like, oh, that's going to take too long. I'm still looking for a brick bear, but they're huge too. Like, these things are not tiny.
Really?
Yes. How big is yours, Rochelle? Rochelle says he knows. He also knows before I know if I'm going to like something. How tall is your brick bear? Let's see if I can find. And then there's some that are solid and you don't You don't put them together. There's also bare brick origamis. Not going there. Not going there.
Oh, is this a new thing I have never heard of before?
So here's one. This is on Amazon. It is Animal Laughing Bear, micro building blocks, 6,000 pieces. It is 16.9 inches high.
Oh, wow.
And it's $73. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Other ones are like 50. And I mean, I guess if you put that in comparison with like Lego, right? And they have all different ones. Here's one is an orange bear. Oh, they got a pumpkin one. Hang on. Oh, maybe I shouldn't show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. She's like, Rhonda. Look at this one. It only has 3,500 pieces, and it's only 12.6 inches high. Like,
only.
Look, he even has a hat. He's got the little ears coming out. He looks like a pumpkin.
Oh, that's cute. His facial expression is a little bit creepy, but he's cute.
I like how the hat like curls.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, Rochelle says they're big. Hers is 17 inches high. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Momo says this is the first hobby that I have stuck to for so long, though it's my husband's fault. Ooh, please do tell. It's your husband's fault. Marla says I bought a tripod with a Ring camera today, so Mom and I can diamond paint long distance. Nice.
Oh,
that is awesome.
That is awesome.
Grams, oh boy, no. I am not checking these out. Nope. Marla, he's cute. Grams, I have no time or room to have those.
Right?
I know. I was like, okay, but if I get it, where am I going to put it? I'm like, I'm going to. And then last night we got talking about what you could do when you go to like the Dollar Tree or General or Five Below, and you can make things for other items. Like you can get plastic wine bottle holders, and you can use them as like pen holders, or you could use like you get those little trays that have like the test tubes in them, and you can actually take the test tubes out and put your pens as holders in those. I'm like, oh, now I'm going to be on another track. Yep.
Oh,
Squirrel. Yes, right, Rochelle? It's very interesting. The pieces, they interlock on the side. So they're like Lego, but they interlock on the sides. Graham says, I do small carvings, hard enough to find room for those. Oh, I know. I'm like, and then I have my resin stuff downstairs. I'm like, I haven't tried that yet. Oh, and I got my stained glass that I'm going to do this year as one of my new crafts. And I need to finish that string art that I did. Yeah. Yes. So Rochelle opened up her brick bear during the marathon, the weekend whip workout. And she brings it. There was like 8 bags, like bags of these pieces. Like, we're not talking like little bags, like Lego little bags. We're talking like that. I'd say they're in between like a medium and a large Ziploc bag. And she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're sitting there killing ourselves laughing. She says, when I opened the bag, I died laughing. I can't wait to start it. I had this bear since March 25. When she got it at Walmart and you paid what, $24 for it? I'm like, what? No. Mom was he had been trying to get me out of depression, and at Joann's he saw a Darth Vader DP and asked if I would make it for him. Then the monster went blast. Yes. Oh, that is perfect. I did do a painting for my husband. He took it into one of his clients' office. At the client's office, he has like a little room for like the server stuff. He hung it up there and all the guys love it. Okay. Yeah, Marla was there when Rochelle did the unboxing. Okay, Rochelle, you need to do an unboxing video for that. Yes. Momo, you're making me want to go full squirrel on wanting more hobbies. Yeah, so bling it up, Rochelle. It was $17 plus shipping, so $23 total. This is like a $70, $80 bear. Oh my. Yeah, I could see why you picked it up, because I would have done the exact same thing. That should be a short Rochelle. Okay, she's going to make the video, the unboxing video this weekend.
Yay.
You need to see this, like the number of bags that are in this. It's huge. Yeah, it was a steal. I'm like, I need one too. And now that I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I need to go find some more. Oh, here's another one that's a bear. That's a Halloween one. He's not as scary. Now I'm just going to be like looking at these. Look, he's got a skull on one side. He's got a cat on the one side. He's holding a pumpkin.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah. So do you see? Like they're
Yeah,
interlocked.
Yeah, I think the face looks creepy.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but they are all like that.
Yeah.
Although, let's see if I can find it. I was looking at this one on Marketplace. But my caution now is it might be okay, let me see if I can find it. Where are you? Okay. See, this one's a little kitty, but that's just the bag. Like it has like 3,000 pieces.
Oh.
This one, you can't really see it, but it's a fox. I'm like, ooh, I might get the fox. There's a bear, a purple bear. That one's pretty decent, just holding a bouquet. But most of them have like the X's on them.
Yeah. That almost reminds me of what's that game that my girls play? The Five Nights at Freddy's bear?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Now this one, can't zoom in, but this one has, I think it has 6,637 pieces. Yeah. But I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
I don't know. Marisha, I think Walmart must have made a mistake and said, let's get rid of these things. Right, Marla? I would think I was doing pretty good, you know. I agree with you. 3,000 pieces, more manageable. 9,000 was mind-blowing. I so want to be there as she's building it. I so want to be a fly on the wall as you build it. All I have to say. So maybe I will get the little fox. Or see if I can find something similar to it. So then I can build my little one while you build your big one. And people will be like, whoa, something's wrong. Rhonda's is small. Rhonda doesn't do anything small. Oh my gosh, we've been here for almost 2 hours.
We have.
Yes. So while we've ended on a laugh, I think that's probably a good thing. I think we will let you go, everybody. So next month, when we start on our next piece, or if you've already started on your next piece, we'll just remember to focus on cultivating courage to create and embrace self-love, kindness, compassion as you are working on your beautiful crafts. Okay? Yeah, Rochelle says, I'm going to film a series. I bet I'll be laughing every video. Yes. Mama Rhonda, I'm going to use you as an excuse to start new projects. Go for it. Go for it. Okay, I'm going to remove that. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for remembering that this is for fun. There is no competition. And little bit by little bit, those are our small wins. And it's going to, you can celebrate each one of those as we work towards the completion throughout the year. Over to you, Rebecca.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just glad to be able to participate in this. I'm having fun and yeah, everybody, I'm so tired.
Yeah, you're 2 hours.
Well, it's only just now about 10 o'clock, but this has been a really big week for me. I had a big project that I did at work, and yeah. So I'm like, it's almost Friday. So my brain is not fully functioning, but yeah. Sorry, everybody, but I'm so glad to have been here. I'm glad to see everybody that was here. I appreciate everybody participating and giving input, and I'm just kind of enjoying going on this quest with us.
Yeah, I'm absolutely enjoying this. It is bringing a different perspective how I might be able to do things differently and still enjoy them. Rochelle says, if you ever need a laugh, just think of the hilarious brick bear and the 9,000 pieces she's going to be doing.
Absolutely.
Brick by brick. Have yourselves a great remainder of your day wherever you are. We will be back next month. I believe it is March 26th. Yes.
Is that it?
No, not March.
February.
February
26th.
Although it is February 26th, which is the last month of, oh my God, I need food. It is the last Thursday of the month, which is February 26th, which will be at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we will have a grand time showing what we have worked on, what we thought about going in the month, how we showed up with our self-kindness, and we'll have some more laughs. Pretty sure we'll have more laughs. So please go check out Rebecca's channel, Sparkle Sanctuary. Give her a thumbs, subscribe. Please hit like on mine, subscribe if you have not already. Yes, breathe. Breathe, relax, smile, and always have fun, Rochelle says.
Oh, thank you.
I am having, this was a great night. Rochelle says, this was such a relaxing night. I'm just sitting here, no crafting, enjoying Ron and Rebecca's life. So we will see you guys next month. If you would like to post what your progress is or how you are doing or any thoughts, you're more than welcome to put it over in Dip in Time Facebook. And we will see you guys next month. Bye.
Bye.